Hey guys, it's your girl NicoleTheMystic coming back to you with another download and transmission. So I wanted to touch on the topic of spirituality and dating and slash relationships a little bit. So I know I encounter it all the time, kind of just doing my work and being who I am, as a healer. A lot of people will be like, wow, Nicole, I'm really surprised that you're single because I totally see with someone, like you should be dating someone. And I always kind of laugh it off because for me, it's like I'm so comfortable in my solitude. It doesn't mean that I don't desire to have someone there or that I wouldn't like to have someone to share this path with, because that would be amazing. Who wants, everyone wants someone that they can share the path with. No one wants to just be alone if they have the choice. But I kind of wanted to just, again, bring in a little bit on this because I want people to know that when you're on your spiritual path and you're on your spiritual journey, it is going to be a little bit lonely. And it's okay to be in that solitude. It's okay to be alone. It's okay to just kind of reserve your energy for yourself. It's actually hella healthy, hella healthy, okay? Because when we're on our journey and when we're in our spiritual, I don't want to say bubble because that doesn't sound right, but when we're in our spiritual ascension, or we're there on our journey to a spiritual ascension, we're in a moment of healing. And that healing a lot of times requires being solitude. It requires you to be alone even from your friends. A lot of us will realize that the same people who we used to be friends with before we started this journey, they're kind of not there anymore. We're kind of on our own and moving along into a different vibration. And the healing, again, it requires solitude because you're purging a lot of your old traumas, a lot of your old triggers, a lot of your old self-sabotaging ways. And a lot of those self-sabotaging ways and things are connected to those individuals we once associated with, right? So we notice that as we raise vibration, a lot of those things kind of fall away. Most times we're not even attracted to the same people from whom we used to be when we first started the journey. I know personally I'm not. A lot of the people whom I would have been interested in dating in the past, I mean, wouldn't even look an eye to them now. Not saying that they're not handsome or they're not good looking. They are, but it's just their energy is completely different, and it's a completely different vibration than what I know my spirit needs. So I don't even steer towards those things anymore. But yeah, being in solitude is okay because, again, you want to give yourself time and you want to give yourself room to heal. And a lot of times those moments can be very painful. And it takes being alone to really feel those emotions, assess them, understand them, and release them as well. So don't feel hard on yourself if you're there in a moment of healing, or you're on your path of ascension, or you're on the journey of spirituality and you've been finding yourself really wanting to be alone, or not really even wanting to indulge in dating other individuals, because I think you're probably realizing that outside validation is no longer feeding you. It's really your connection to yourself that's really starting to feed you. And that comes into the second portion of it, which is as you are on this journey of spirituality and becoming more aware, you're starting to also become aware of what your purpose is here and what your mission is and what the divine has in store for you and the direction in which it wants you to go. So you're not so much focused on wanting to be in a relationship with someone or trying to fill an empty void, because that void is no longer there, or if it is, it's not as great as it was. Your energy is more focused now on what it is that your purpose is on a greater, grander scale. And not saying that your purpose is not connected to you being with someone, because a lot of times our purpose are connected to being with someone else, or not being with someone, but creating something with someone else, like the twin flame journeys and things like that, which I'll make a whole other video on that as well, which I like to touch on that. But when you're on your path, you're just much more focused on spreading light and really understanding more of what it is, why you're here, and why you're here. also the journey, and it entails you understanding more about yourself. And so when you're trying to learn more about yourself, you let's be honest, our attention span is kind of short here. You can't really be learning about yourself and trying to learn everything about another person too. And honestly, before you even want to learn about another individual, you want to truly learn what your needs are. What is it that your desires are? What are your talents? What is it that you can offer to the table? And then when you know that, you're able to attract more easily what it is you want in your reality, the type of person that you desire. But before you truly know who you are and you take that time for healing, you're going to attract all types of bullshit to you. I'm going to be honest. It's going to be people who are going to be probably really good looking and seem like they have it together, but they're going to play games. Or, they're going to be someone who shows interest and then doesn't show interest anymore. And you know what that is? That's just a reflection of how your energy is towards yourself. You're not showing much interest in yourself, so why should someone else show interest in you? You know what I'm saying? You're not showing much love to yourself, so why would someone go ahead and show you more love to yourself than you're willing to show to yourself? It's all about a reflection of who you are, and that all goes back to that healing. You start to learn that more as you go through that journey of healing, and you direct that energy more towards yourself than to another individual. Also, I've noticed myself, and I'll notice with a lot of other individuals, as you start to be more on the path of ascension and spiritual awakening, your desire to merge with another individual sexually changes. No longer do you want to just kind of have sexual relations with just anyone. You really, truly want to cultivate a stronger bond with someone on a spiritual level before you take the leap to truly engage with them on a more sexual level. I know personally myself, I've been celibate for quite some time, and not to say that the urges haven't been there, but I no longer have the desire to just fulfill them animalistically. It's like, I have this urge, yeah, I'm horny, yeah, I'm feeling it, but what am I going to feed my energy with? Instead of just feeding the urge, I'm more aware of, okay, if I was to feed this urge, what type of energy would I be allowing into me? What type of energy would I be allowing into my vessel? Because you also become more aware on this journey of ascension and healing of the type of energies that you're allowing to come into your body. And that's sexual contact and non-sexual contact. That's dealing with friends too. You want to be more aware of who you are engaging with on a friendship level, because what do they say? You become the energy of the 5 closest people around you. So if you're constantly surrounding yourself with low vibrational people, it's going to bring your vibration down. If you continuously connect in multiple sexual relationships with people who are also indulging in lower in sexual relationships or sexual contact with other individuals who are lower frequencies, that's going to bring your frequency down. And honestly, that's all about how do you feel after you're having sex with these people. That's what I always say is, after you're having sex with this individual, give yourself 24 hours. Do you feel like, ooh, great and happy, or are you feeling a little empty after? Are you feeling like, yeah, that's great, I got my nut, or I got off, or whatever, but like now, okay. And that's because that spiritual connection is missing. And again, that all goes back to the healing. Like once you start doing your work and you start really healing and understanding your triggers and understanding your needs and understanding your self-sabotaging ways, and you start to heal that and bring more light into you, you'll start to raise to a higher vibration, and you'll start to be much more discerning about who you are jumping in the bed with. Absolutely. And even your desire to even have sex with an individual will change, because you'll be like, well, wait a minute. I don't want to just feed myself with low vibrational energies. I want to make sure that who I'm indulging in sexual contact with has my best intentions, has the best intentions for themselves, and is also, feeding me on a spiritual level, a mental level, and an emotional level. You know what I'm saying? So it's okay to be celibate on this journey as well. A lot of us will face that, and it's natural. Think about shamans who are on their journey, how a lot of shamans, they And priestesses, they are celibate because they are protecting their energy, and they're becoming whole, and they're understanding who their self is before they go giving their energy to anyone else. And so when you're on your journey, you want to kind of also conduct yourself in that energy for a little bit, you know, and understand like, okay, let me be celibate and let me truly give myself the time that I need to understand who I am and my needs, and then I'll know what is best for me to take into my vibration and into my energetic level. So you will notice, you'll notice these things if you're on this journey. And again, I want to just be here to let you know that it's okay, and that these are normal things that happen along the journey, and being alone is quite fine. And don't let those who kind of aren't on the journey make you feel like, God, you're a lonely person, or, like maybe you should be with someone. When it is time for you to join paths with someone, you will know. Your spirit will speak to you. You will feel it. You will see it. You will see the signs. Your intuition will let you know through the feeling in your heart that, okay, now my journey is now evolving from learning more about myself to now learning about myself with another individual and how I interact with that person. And you become a part of a larger purpose with that individual. Like I said, was kind of like that kind of leads towards the twin flame journey, and that's a whole different topic. Those individuals who are lucky enough to be on that journey, because again, not everyone is on the twin flame journey. So a lot of people are calling themselves twin flames, and they're not twin flames, they're soulmates. Twin flames is a very sacred connection, and quite honestly, I'll be honest, we all have a twin flame, but not all of us are together on the 3D at the same time. Not all of us are on the 3D at the same damn time. So for you and your twin flame to be existing at the same time and to be able to come into the 3D is a very sacred experience, but I will make a whole other video on that, getting so off topic. I do want to go ahead and highlight a crystal that I've been working with that has truly been helping me heal any traumas or just blockages in regards to old relationships, and that's morganite. Morganite is actually connected to the quartz family, and it is known as the grandmother stone of rose quartz. So it has a very loving vibration, but the difference between rose quartz and morganite is that morganite is specifically known for relating to relationships and love and relationships, and it has an amazing vibration. I will let you know. It's very warm and earthy and grounding. So you know how rose quartz gives you that very it gives you that very fluttery, lovely feeling. Well, I don't know for everyone else, but it does for me. It gives a very fluttery, loving feeling. It's very warm. It's very cuddly. It's like your mom being there and giving you, rocking you to bed, giving you a hug. Well, morganite is like grandma rocking you to bed, but also cooking you a really damn good meal and reading you a bedtime story and giving you warm, big kisses. That's how the vibration of it is. It's so magnificent. I've been sleeping with my morganites every night to really help me heal any old relationship issues, so that my heart can be open to allowing someone else to come into my vibration and sharing this light with me. So if you're interested in that as well, I am going to go ahead and extend this to you. I will make these available for purchase. I'm not going to do it through Urban Mystics. I'm actually just going to do it directly through me, because I'm not sure exactly how many individuals want it. But if you are interested in also using this stone to go ahead and heal your past relationship issues or any issues relating to connections, send me an email at the email address that I have in the info box below. For the subject of the email, I want you to title it as morganite, and just let me know that you're interested in purchasing a chunk. I will give you a price. I'm not going to talk about it over here, but it's guys, it's not expensive at all. It's definitely under $10. So if you want it, email me at the email address below, and I'll go ahead and get in contact with you, and I will get a piece shipped out to you, because right now I'm not able to get it in a large amount. And I don't really like buying stones like that anyways. I like to hand select every stone, but email me and I will get this over to you. In the meantime, go ahead and leave me some comments below and let me know how this journey has affected you. And if you're one of those people like me who's single and kind of ride in this vibration on their own, let me know how you've been holding up on this journey and what you feel some of your blockages may be. And I want to go ahead and conversate with you on that, because we might have some similarities. Who knows? You might be able to teach me something, and I might be able to teach you something, and we might be able to heal together. And that's what this journey is all about, right? Spreading light, expanding consciousness, and exchanging positive vibes. So until the next transmission, I'm sending you guys light and love and respect.